Why are you eating in class, bro? Yo. Oh, why is it so messy?
Yo.
Still eating his lunch.
Negative externality is the cost suffered by a third party which is not internalized during the transaction. During a transaction, usually two parties are involved, where the first party is the producer to the manufacturer of the product, and the second party is the consumer. However, when negative externalities occur is when a third party is involved in this transaction that is indirectly affected. In the skit we showed earlier, the chef selling the burrito to Justin was the first party, while Justin, who's trying to buy the burrito, was the second party. And the negative externality in this case was when after Justin finished eating the burrito had stomach issue causing him to fart, and Matthew, who was the third party, was affected by this negative externality because Justin's fart was really smelly.
A market failure is when there is a misallocation of resources in the market. Negative externalities are the costs suffered by a third party which is not internalized during the transaction. This effect on the third party creates inefficiencies within the market, such as deadweight lost.
Some real-life examples of negative externality includes smoking. When people smoke, they tend to ignore the fact that when they smoke, they could pass down the smoke to non-smokers, known as secondhand smoking, which could lead to health problems as well as asthma, which is very bad for the people. As well as cars nowadays could cause a lot of negative externality because the exhaust gas that is produced by cars pollutes the air and is bad for everyone. It is especially dangerous for people who are living in these high polluted areas because these pollution could cause people to have health problems ranging from lung cancer to heart diseases, as well as the acid rain from the pollution could cause many people to have skin problems as well as skin cancer.
One solution to this negative externality is through advertisements. Advertisements that discourage the consumption of black beans can also decrease the demand for burritos. Shown in figure 2, the original demand D is shifted left to D1, resulting in the equilibrium price and quantity matching its socially optimum point at P1 and Q1. One positive about advertisements is that it can reach a large audience and is an effective medium of spreading information fast, especially if it utilizes social media or other online platforms. However, this also comes at a cost of a misconception that burritos are bad. In fact, it is a healthy choice for food. It is just that the farts can cause others to suffer. Another negative about advertisements is that there are costs to produce advertisements and air them on TV, which can sometimes be expensive. Figure 3 shows how per unit tax can help decrease the quantity demanded from Q to Q1, which is at its socially optimum point. A tax does this by increasing the per unit price for every item purchased, shifting the supply upwards from S to S1. The major benefit of a tax is that governments can benefit from the tax revenue. This money can be later used to fund the production of advertisements. However, because a third stakeholder is introduced in the transaction, the consumer surplus and the producer surplus is both reduced. Another negative for a per unit tax is that with the higher price, it is also a higher proportion to income for low-income consumers. This can cause low-income citizens to be unable to afford fast food, which often is their only choice.